Hey Capricorn, welcome to Forever Bliss Tarot with Sky. So we are working on Mercury retrograde messages and just insight. As you know, that started today. It ends on August 29th and is responsible for all types of communication errors, misunderstandings, travel, glitches, just mayhem, just car trouble. So we want to just get an idea of what is in store for the Capricorn collective during this retrograde. Excuse me. Keep in mind that this is a general message. It's a collective reading, not personal. So don't force anything to fit that may not be a fit. And these are predictive messages. So, just watch it from a place of discernment and, put things where it go or put them nowhere at all. But just keep that in mind as we navigate this retrograde and just see what the general theme is going to be for the collective of Capricorn for Mercury retrograde. Spirit, what is the main theme for Mercury retrograde? What is in store for Capricorn during this Mercury retrograde last shuffle? Well, we're going to just take all those that flipped over because they wanted to. So we've got, let me put these up. You got a lot too. So we've got friends, new acquaintance, stability, advice, busy social life, sexy, feeling attractive. We got ride, new car. We got no, it won't happen, making the wrong decision. And we have boundaries. So some of you, may be meeting some new friends, meeting a new acquaintance, having a busy social life, bonding with someone, growing a new friendship that could lead to something else, because you also do have sexy here with feeling attractive, flirting. You're enticing. All eyes are on you. So there may be, all that sexy that you're oozing, Capricorn, might be getting you some new friend energy, friend with benefits energy, or friendships that can, manifest into something bigger later. But you have that. You also have ride, so new car, motorcycle. Could also be mechanical issues with a current car. So some of you might run into a car problem. There could be an accident, restoring a car, or, you just glamming up your car some kind of way. So, just be mindful of that and be careful, on the road, and just pay attention to your maintenances. You also have no, which is it will not happen, making the wrong decision. This is the answer you've been seeking. So some of you that may have been, mulling over a certain question or a certain outcome, Spirit is saying the answer is no, and you may need to rethink what it is that you're wanting, because it might not be the best decision for your highest good. And then you have boundary here, setting boundaries, saying no, learning to walk away, standing your ground, and self-respect. So, what could manifest during this retrograde is someone that you have to draw a line with and finally, sever ties, or, just set a boundary and see how they take that. See if the narcissism starts oozing out of their body in full-blown covertness, So, because what do we know? That when we set boundaries, it can tell a lot about a person once you tell them no with their behavior. So those are a few things to look out for. I want to pull a couple cards from another deck. Spirit, overall theme for Capricorn during Mercury retrograde. What is in store for Capricorn? Some things they may need to be aware of. Just, let's see. You have lavender sage, and then you also have sleep paralysis. So, some of you, I want sleep paralysis first. So, dark entities, demons hold your physical body down while you dream. So have some of you may have, well, I don't think you could see that because of that glare. There we go. Move it down a little bit. So some of you may have either you've experienced that already, you have, or it's something you may experience. And, don't let it freak you out, all dark entities. But if you've been experiencing sleep paralysis, just, keep that in mind. There may be a need to clear your energy. You do also have lavender sage here, which clears away negative thoughts, energizes, harmonizes the mind, enhances intuition, inspires loving feelings. So, just an overall message of you may need to cleanse, or, just, take a bath, whatever your faith is, however you remove energy, whether you pray, to God, to light a candle, to, the saints, or whatever it is that you do, try to get ahead of it. If you feel like, you may be under some type of psychic attack, especially while sleeping, especially if you astral travel. So there is that. So now I want to get some messages from Tarot to see what obstacles may arise for the Capricorn collective during this retrograde. All right. So Spirit, what obstacles may Capricorn face during retrograde? Asking for insight on potential obstacles that may come up for the Capricorn collective during this retrograde. All right, and then one fell on the floor. And then you do also have that one that's on the bottom of the deck. But all right, so we have the Three of Wands came out in reverse. Then the Strength upright. Then the Five of Pentacles upright, and then the Ten of Wands upright. And you also have the Six of Wands over here that was at the bottom of the deck. So what could come up as an obstacle is there being, maybe a delay in something that you're working on. There could have been, a project you're manifesting, or, some type of goal that you're working on that, you're going to be hit with some obstacles, challenges, like I said, project setbacks, some kind of disappointment. There are seeds that you're planted that you're waiting for results on, and there could be a delay on getting the results. And, just be cognizant of that, and that something like that could come up. You also do have the Strength card here, which is Leo energy, I want to say specifically. But, with Strength being here, it's about you being resilient and just, overcoming obstacles, even when, things do go undesirably in something that we're hoping for. There's that need to just stand firm and still try to be positive and just remain, focused and just, focused on your endurance. You also have the Five of Pentacles here, which is Earth energy, Taurus, and that speaks of, some instability, maybe, financial loss. You did have ride come up here for the overall theme. So, like I said, there could be like, some car trouble. It might need tires, your brakes or something, and it's just an expense that comes up that, weren't really expecting, and it just sucks to pay it. So it might just kind of put a little dent in what you're working on for a moment. So just be mindful of that as an obstacle, just, something that may make you a material insecurity, or just some kind of setback that could happen, something that comes up financially that you have to pay. And like, we don't want to pay anything. We don't want to pay bills, hell, let alone the pop-up things. So be mindful of that. Obstacles also could be the Ten of Wands, fire energy, Sagittarius, and that's you feeling, overwhelmed, burdened. Maybe you have a lot of responsibility on your plate. Maybe you're just really like taking on way too much, and there may be a need for you to delegate. But something coming up for some of you could be you just really feeling like you're putting your blood, sweat, and tears into whatever it is you're working on. There could be a delay with it, and just the delay on you even getting the recognition that you want for it, because the Six of Wands is also here. So, and that talks about victory and achieving something and getting recognition, promotion, progress. So obstacles that could come up may delay that just a bit, but just know it's still on the way. So don't get discouraged. Just be aware of that so you can be prepared for it energetically. So let's see, how should Capricorn handle these obstacles? Spirit, how should Capricorn collective handle these obstacles that arise during Mercury retrograde? How should Capricorn handle the obstacles that arise during retrograde? All right. This Four of Wands been popping out for a couple readings. So we have that, and then the Moon is here on the bottom of the deck. But out first, we had the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, then the Empress. Then you have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. You also have the Four of Wands in reverse, and you have the Moon here. So with the Seven of Pentacles being in reverse, that, Earth energy, Taurus, but that talks about, limited rewards, or maybe, you feeling impatient, not getting either no results or not getting results as fast as you would like. And, it urges you as far as handling that obstacle. Because like I said, that came out with the 3 of Wands and burden, and the 10 of Wands with burdens already. So with it coming out as, how you overcome the obstacle, I feel Spirit is urging you to be mindful of, even if it doesn't come exactly how you want it to come, make sure you don't lose momentum or, start to get lazy, start to get, do things half-assed, be disappointed with it, and just like lose energetic momentum and just start like not even believing in the own vision of what it is you're working for or what it is you're anticipating. Because like I said, this can be for anything. It could be career, it could be love, it could be, you got new friends coming in, so, maybe something isn't moving fast enough. But advice-wise on how to handle it is to just stay grounded, stay planted, keep your vision in mind, and don't let it derail you. You also have the Empress here, which is Taurus energy, Libra energy, and, that's about you still remaining balanced, still making sure you're nurturing you're nurturing whatever it is, you're still pouring into whatever this is that you want to grow, because the Empress is all about care. It's about fertility, evolution, protectiveness, work, that maternal protection. So, whatever this new baby is, so to speak, that you're manifesting, just make sure you're still nurturing that no matter what kind of obstacles or roadblocks come up, because that's what Mercury retrograde does. It's a test of our resilience, to just throw little wrenches and shit to see how we persevere. You have the Page of Pentacles here, which supports that even more. So it's a strong focus. What I'm seeing in your how to handle the obstacle is making sure you don't energetically lose momentum because of a delay or just something not happening exactly how you wanted in the time you wanted it to, because it's Mercury retrograde and it's supposed to just hiccup shit that we're working on. With the Page of Pentacles here in reverse, that's Taurus energy, Earth, but or Capricorn, so any of them. But that symbolizes being undisciplined, maybe unmotivated, procrastinating. You could be taking shortcuts, things like that, and that further solidifies the 7 of Pentacles over here. So strong advice on overcoming this obstacle by not falling into that energy, and just making sure you try to stay passionate about it, and like you're not cutting corners or trying to rush things because there's a delay. Let it happen naturally. Pentacles are slow. They are earth. They grow slowly, but they sustain. You don't want things to come in too fast, because they can leave just as fast as they come in. But something that grows slow and steady typically tends to be long term. You have the 4 of Wands here, which is also in reverse. So again, could be, some conflict. It could be, a lack of support that you may be feeling. And if that is something that you're feeling, and it's actually in the how to handle the obstacles, it's being conscious of that energy coming up. It could be something you're working on, and, like I said, it just does not come into fruition, and you need to not lose your passion, your momentum. Wands are all about like action, passion, movement. So make sure, you navigate the feelings of whatever it is, but you don't let that derail all that you've put into it so far and all that you've done to work towards it. Letting your accomplishments feel empty, and also paying attention to what is hidden with the moon here. The moon is water energy, Pisces, but it symbolizes, you needing to pay attention to things you may not be seeing. So kind of digging a little deeper. Like I said, you do have these, the friend thing, and you got boundaries here that you got to set, and no is the answer. So with the moon here being how you handle the obstacle, it's you being called to look deeper than the surface, so you're not, being manipulative. Well, manipulated, not manipulative, but don't be manipulative either, because that's terrible. Don't be both. Don't be manipulated and don't be manipulative. But, just make sure you are paying attention to your intuition, listening to your subconscious, like, making decisions based off of a clear head and just cutting through illusions, because with the moon here, it can symbolize things that are hidden, things you may not be seeing that you have to have patience for. And I really do feel like that resonates or affirms this boundary strongly. So pay attention to that. And and with the King of Pentacles here on the bottom of the deck, you know, this could involve someone who embodies that energy, male or female. And the King of Pentacles here is, you know, it's leadership, stability, long-term success, grounded, self-made, authority. You know, it's money, it's earnings, but make sure you're looking at the fine print of that, or make sure you're cutting through the illusions, because something about the King of Pentacles also, you know, it's a very well-off individual, but sometimes a well-off individual can, you know, use their wealth for negative purposes, you know, love bombing, or, you know, really buying your compliance, so to speak. And, you know, there's a call to pay attention to that and really look at it, look at the deeper motive of something or someone, you know, especially with this boundary here, because, you know, you've got goals, you're feeling sexy, you're meeting new people, but you also have this no here, making the wrong decision. And I feel like it could revolve around something that has to do with the material world. So just be mindful of what's hidden. Now, let's move on. What we do want to know is, what should Capricorn focus on? Spirit, what should the Capricorn collective focus on during this retrograde? What should be their primary focus as we navigate this? Let me see, how many did we get? One more. Spirit, one more card for what Capricorn should be focused on during this retrograde. What should have their focus? All right, we got some pentacles. I just saw it. There it is. Boom. All right. So now you have the Knight of Pentacles, you have the Ten of Swords, you have the Ace of Cups, and you have the Ten of Pentacles. So what should be your focus is manifesting, you know, solid new beginnings, but, you know, doing so from a practical place, you know, making sure that, you know, you're, well, one, earth energy, Taurus. So this could be a Taurus or someone who has that energy, or placements of your own. But, you know, the Page of Pentacles calls for you to, it's a new beginning. It's, you know, maybe news of a new beginning, but it's you making practical, disciplined decisions to plant seeds, you know, that are going to come to fruition later. And that's what you need to be focused on. You also have the Seven of Swords, not the seven, I'm sorry, the Ten of Swords here, which is air energy, Gemini. You know, that can symbolize, you know, feeling defeat, you know, maybe there being some kind of breakdown, or you're feeling beat down, or, you know, even feeling unheard, a painful ending, hitting the bottom of something. And with that being here in what you need to focus on, then the next card following is the Ace of Cups. You know, there may be an ending that you need to be looking at as a closed chapter, or something that you're just, this cycle has completed. Tens are completion. So, you know, something that may just be dead and done. You know, you're being called to focus on manifesting and overcoming this challenge to give you yourself emotional fulfillment, or even if it's you meeting someone who brings more fulfillment in your life. But with the Ace of Cups here, that's water energy, Cancer, it's about focusing on things that bring emotional fulfillment. And you have the Ten of Pentacles here, which is stability, like strong stability with the Ten of Pentacles, earth energy, Virgo. So, but earth energy nonetheless. So Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, but it's you putting a focus on your legacy, on your stability, your long-term success, whether it be, you know, home, whether it be work, investments, or even just your family unit, and just building that solid foundation. You're being called to manifest, you're manifesting a new beginning, and you need to be focused on that, knowing that a cycle is complete, like it's done, whatever, maybe that's relative to whatever this boundary is that you have to set, or whatever you had to say no to. But just know, saying no to that and being okay with the fact that that has ended and came to a close leads you towards much more emotional fulfillment and much more stability, which that is always welcomed. And, oh, I didn't even point out, you do have this seven, what's that, the Six of Swords that's on the bottom of the deck. And that can be, symbolic of moving forward and just accepting the past and understand that you're moving on towards a more calming type of, calmer waters, so to speak. It's a healing journey, relationship possibly ending, because that can be symbolic of that. And then you have double clarification with the Ten of Swords, but it's you accepting that and releasing the baggage and just being ready, focusing on your next phase, because this next phase is going to bring you fulfillment. It's your cup being filled with something that is a good investment, something that you're looking forward to, domestic bliss. Like I already explained that, but you know what I mean. So you need to be focusing on understanding something ended, and you have to move into a new space that is going to bring you fulfillment, but make sure like you are diligently working on that and being practical. So that is what we have for that. Now, the last part of the reading, I want to get some advice from Spirit, just general advice from Spirit for the Capricorn collective, just general things you want them to know as far as advice. Advice for the Capricorn collective. There we go. All right. Oh, and I do want to keep that. So you got 5. So we had the Hierophant here. And then you had the Four of Swords that popped out. You have the Ace of Pentacles that popped out. You have the Five of Wands that popped out. And you also have the Six of Cups that popped out. So advice from Spirit is to remain structured. The Hierophant is earth energy, Taurus, but it's about, wisdom, teaching, structure, conformity. So Spirit is advising you, whatever it is that you have learned from in the past, it's just moving forward with the wisdom that you received from that, what you got from that. You have the Four of Swords also here, which is air energy, Libra, but that's it's you retreating, you renewing yourself, healing, replenishing your energy, because you do have a strong new beginning on the horizon, or some type of opportunity. Could be a venture, a financial opportunity, but just something that brings abundance, because you do have a lot of pentacles here in your energy. Some of it's reversed, but regardless, it's a lot of pentacles. So something tells me this has to do with an opportunity that can manifest some wealth into your life, which, that is coming. And you are being, guided and warned by Spirit to just beware of conflict, competition, petty rivalries, especially, because the Five of Wands, first of all, fire energy, heavy Leo, but, it speaks of arguments, disagreeing, clashing egos, pettiness, and, up here you did pull this, like, you just sexy than a motherfucker card, Capricorn, and, like, all the eyes on you, and that does come with a little jealousy, because you're like, you just so super fly, and, people just can't stand it, like, your glow is shining sun in their eyes, and fuck them, because the sun doesn't give a fuck if it blinds you. But that did come out with advice from Spirit, so just be mindful of that, and just make sure you're looking at things from a higher perspective, wisdom. You're focused on your own healing, your growth, just what you need to do to self-care. And you do have this new beginning on the horizon, and it's going to come with some conflict, some jealousy, but that's not your problem. You have the Six of Cups here too. So, that speaks of water, Scorpio energy, but it's harmony. It's, renewed friendships, and you do have friends over here too. So, advice may be there's someone from your past, whether it be a platonic friend, maybe a former opportunity, or, an old lover from your past. You may have something from your past revisit you. And, with the Hierophant being here, you're being called to make sure, even if you do entertain, reminiscing about it, reminiscing about happy memories and, just good old times, just make sure if there were strong lessons that you learned in regard to whatever the person or place or opportunity was initially. Just make sure you're looking at it from a higher perspective, and doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, it's not something you can move forward to if it is an opportunity from the past, because like I said, you also have this Ace of Pentacles here, and sometimes, you know, things grow, people grow, structures change, opportunities change, and it may be a past opportunity that shows up in a new way. That's something you want to walk towards. So that is what I have for that. Now, for the final part of the reading, I want to pull an Akashic card from the Akashic Records for Capricorn, just to see if there's any past life messages Spirit wants them to be aware of for this retrograde, or just any messages from higher self, because that's all Akashic Record type of stuff. So Spirit messages from the Akashic Records for Capricorn. Let's see. You have self-doubt, and you also have walk away. So self-doubt is you are questioning yourself and unable to move forward. Don't let fear hold you back. You have the strength and power to see it through. Now is the time to break free from this limiting pattern. So, and that's a strong focus on the general message of this whole reading, which is, you know, you not getting deterred because of, you know, simple setbacks, and just remaining very structured. Even shit, I don't want to say simple setbacks, hell, even significant setbacks, because, you know, sometimes you will be hit with a big ass whammy, but it's the universe and God and, you know, just Spirit testing to see how bad you want something and how much you still want to work towards it. So just keep that in mind. You also have walk away. You're wasting your precious energy on something that will not bear fruit. It's time to turn your attention to things more aligned to your soul's purpose. And you did have this no up here. You had boundary up here. You do have, you know, being mindful of, you know, some deceptive energy surrounding a King of Pentacles. So that could be a person, or a person or just a situation embodying that energy. Just make sure you're using your discernment, especially with this one that just popped out for advice, which is, you know, something spinning the block, some nostalgia or something. So just, you know, make sure that you're looking at things from a higher perspective, because we don't want to absorb things into our energy, or new things into our energy that are not bearing fruit. And we also want to make sure we're eliminating that. So that's what I have for you, Capricorn. Thank you guys so much. Make sure you like the video. So, you know, it helps the algorithm, but it also connects us as my collective. So when I do readings, it sends that signal to the universe, your spirit guides, that messages they want you to have need to come out in this reading for just things that you're going through. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future readings. And if any of this resonates, or, you know, some of it could be going on now, if you think about it later and some of this happens, please spin the block with me and comment and let me know what happened, because I'd love to hear it. But thank you, Capricorn, and good luck with retrograde. You got this, though.